Good evening and salutations, everybody. What's up? What's going on? How you guys doing? Something I should need to start adding in my vlogs is how you guys doing? You know. Anyways, so I haven't uploaded nightly, and that's just because the last couple of days I've been really tired. Just kind of share a story with you guys. First off, I want to say that our prayers were met, and that everybody that was in Florida, while they were still impacted by Hurricane Irma, the destruction wasn't as catastrophic as everyone thought it was going to be. I mean, my heart out to everyone in Cuba, Virgin Islands, out there in the Caribbean, because they bared the brunt of the storm of a Cat 5 hurricane that downgraded it by the time it hit Florida. So they took majority of the impact. But the reason why is just, I'm saying that is just because I have family out there in Kissimmee and other places. So I'm just glad to know that they're okay. I'm glad to know that my family in Puerto Rico is okay. So that's always good. But because of that reason, certain centers were down for the expectation of being impacted by Hurricane Irma. So a lot of the call volume got pushed to where I work. And so we had long hours, short lunch, or sometimes we sacrifice our lunch and work straight through it. So everyone that I work with, shouts out to them for being, strong, because the coolest thing was having coworkers who didn't complain or cry about having to either give up their lunch, take a short lunch, come in, a couple hours early, work near 12-hour shifts. Some of them did. Some of them worked 10-hour shifts. Some of them worked 9-hour shifts. So it was really awesome. It was really cool. And because of that reason, I just was mentally tired to pick up a camera and vlog. So, feeling a little bit better. Decided to do this video. Plus, everyone, we got slammed today because everyone wants to know about the iPhone 10, the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 8. It's just hot topic for technology. Some of the seasoned veteran geeks out there have opinions on it that a lot of the fanboys and fangirls are not agreeing with. There's just, to be honest, it's just one of those things where it's like you pretty much know what the outcome is. You pretty much know how it's going to impact society. And the reason why I say society is because smartphone users is not geeks. Smartphone users is society. Geeks are the ones that are heavily rooted into this stuff, where they look at the nitty gritty and nitpick through everything that has to do with it. Society just picks it up, takes it out the box, turns it on, used, and is amazed and wowed by even the most simplest things. I don't mean that in a very disrespectful way. I'm just talking truth here. For example, I think one of the main things that I heard a lot of people talking about was the animated emojis based on your face. So turning your face into an emoji and it being animated. So like if I was talking right now, if I chose my head to be a panda, it'd be a panda and the panda would be talking, you'd hear my voice and all that other stuff. It's like, yeah, it's pretty neat. If you're interested into that type of thing. I think the big question that I asked some people was that for that alone, do you think that alone is worth $400? Now I know some people are going to be like, well, the iPhone 10 is like $999 starting at the base model, and it goes up into like $1,000 something for the bigger storage model. And but I think it's just like, it's very simple features that Apple knows that they can grab the minds, the hearts of society, and that's what they're catering to. Call it how you see it, but that's just really how it is. That's how you win it, because people are not, invested in technology in the same way that geeks and mobile tech enthusiasts are. Mobile tech enthusiasts and geeks are looking for what they are looking for. Like for me, I've always said this, I'm a software experience type of guy. If the software is pretty stellar, I like. You can give me a phone that's cheap, made of plastic, but if the software kicks ass, I'm going to like it. And then you have people out there that are just into it for like 3D facial recognition unlock, or Face ID is what they're calling it, animated emojis, just all these things that seem so irrelevant to mobile tech enthusiasts that are appreciated by society. Can't knock on society for liking those kinds of things, because the number one thing above it all, and this is not an Apple thing, Android thing, this is just straight technology. And that's when we see something new in technology, it's a wow factor. If it's something brand new that has not been seen before, we go gaga for it. And that's to say that's always going to happen, you know. Um, is this going to reawaken the fanboy fangirl wars between Android and iOS? Yeah, if it has to resort to that, it's going to. Me, I'm just kind of over that kind of argument. I just think it's petty and pathetic to be arguing over things like that, of what type of OS you prefer to use and what type of hardware manufacturer you prefer to use. To me, that's just irrelevant these days, and it's not really needed. Sure, everyone's going to have their opinions. You're going to have a vast majority of people that's going to call the iPhone 10 revolutionary, innovative, and whatever they want to call it. And you're going to have people that's going to revert to it and say the same spill they've been saying for the last couple of years, which is that, you know, Apple finally caught up to Android with, you know, wireless charging and things like that. But I mean, should one side only really have the ability to do certain features? Like, should wireless charging be an only Android thing? You know, I don't think so. I think that, you know, all platforms should be able to enjoy that feature. I even think that Windows phones should be able to have wireless charging, even though Windows has been very irrelevant for some time now. But thing is that it's all hype. It's all hype. It's always going to be hype. For the next, I want to say, for the next 12 weeks, we're just going to get nothing but videos about the iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone 10. And we just have to weather the storm. For those people who just don't like Apple products, you're just going to have to weather the storm until it dies down. I mean, it's not going to stay a relevant hot topic for an entire 365 days. You know, it's not going to be that way. You know, eventually something will come along and pretty much knock it off the pedestal, and that's how it always works. Um, Things always replace the next big thing. So the next big thing is replaced by the next big thing. It's always going to happen that way. On top of that, one thing that I will say that I feel was strange for Apple is how they, you know, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, okay, I feel like they kind of undermined the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. I mean, it was cool. It was a cool event. You know, they showcased a lot of what they've been working on and what their goals for the future are. You know, they showed us the iPhone 8. They showed us the iPhone 8 Plus. They showed us the Apple Watch Series 3 and how now it could be an independent device for phone calls and things like that. And it can also be an accessory add-on to your iPhone. I mean, if you want to rock an iPhone and an Apple Watch, you can. If you just want to have an Apple Watch as your phone on a wrist, now you can. And I kind of felt like when they started talking about the iPhone 10, they pretty much undercutted the iPhone 8. It was like, think of it like this. Okay, analogy for all you wrestling fans. I feel like the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and 10 had that same theory like in WWE with the Shield. You have three major players, but then one turned on the other two and beat the crap out of them with the chair. I kind of have that feeling. I don't know why, and I'm using that analogy because that's a cool analogy. I don't care what anyone says, but that's a cool analogy. But I just kind of feel like they did that with the iPhone 10. It was like the iPhone 10 stood with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, but then Apple decided, let the iPhone 10 take that steel chair and just whack the crap out of the 8 and the 8 Plus, completely undermining it. And for me, I always felt like when and this is kind of going not off topic because the points are adjacent to each other, but when Apple released the iPhone 5C, which was a cheaper version. I think that this could be a pivotal point for Apple to kind of survey how things are and kind of bring back that idea, bring back a much more budget friendly iPhone and bring back a more premium iPhone, because you kind of got the same. I don't know, just for me, I got the same feeling when I looked at it, like the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus. Okay. Um, Looks like the generation before and the generation before, just with some minor differences and some minor feature bump ups. And then you have the iPhone 10, which now there's pretty much their selling point to be a premium device, like a premium above premium. And that's what I got from all of it. That's where I feel this all went. Um, so I think personally, like, that's how it came to that analogy of, like, a trio where one betrays the other two. It just felt that way. It just felt that it was like, here's the iPhone 8, here's the iPhone 8 Plus, which you guys were already expecting and waiting for. But then here's our iPhone 10, our anniversary device. By the way, it makes the 8 and 8 Plus chopped liver. Like, that's how I feel that they unveiled all this. Sure, people are gonna talk. I've seen some tweets that just, I mean, I guess the person who tweeted was annoyed, but they kind of poked fun about Apple kind of, going into the Steve Jobs theater and whatnot. But I mean, it's Apple. They're gonna exalt, their fearless leader who is no longer with them, and making mention of the theater and the campus and everything like that. It's just their way to gloat. And why shouldn't Apple be able to gloat? I mean, Google gloats about things and Microsoft gloats about things, so let them have their fun. Personally, I think that you just gotta weather the storm. For those people who are uninterested in Apple devices, just weather the storm. And for those people who absolutely love Apple, relish in it. Who cares what the Android fanboys think? Relish in it, enjoy it, bask in the moment, and scream out about how you think animated emojis is superior technology, and the new gestures with the iPhone 10 that removed Touch ID in favor of Face ID now. Just brag about it, tweet about it, go ahead and do it. It's good. Everyone can respect that. Because we all did the same with the Note 8, with the S8 Plus and the G6 from LG and the OnePlus 5. So yeah, this is your moment to shine, Apple. Do your thing. That's what I gotta say. Does this really change my opinion of Apple products? Nope, it won't, and that's just me. I stick to what I like, and I don't care what anyone thinks about it. So until then, for all you guys, my trusty friends out there who watch this vlog, thanks so much for watching it. And if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, just code word of the night, Apple X, say that. And yeah, just tell me what you guys think. Really would love to know in the comment section of this video how you guys feel about the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and how do you guys feel about the iPhone 10. Do you guys agree with me that it feels a little like they undercutted their other two products, or do you feel like that it was fine? I really would love to know that. Let me know. Until next time, guys, I gotta say, thanks for watching. I'm out. Well, I'm Tito, and I'm out.